and Falcon's Media Corner, and welcome back to another movie review, aka After Us All. And today I'm going to be talking about the 2020 drama known as The Father. Now, The Father, this was directed by Florian Zeller, and basically tells the story of this woman named Anne, played by Olivia Coleman, who she is the daughter of this this man named Anthony, who is her father, and basically she's trying to support him and help him because he's aging and he's suffering from dementia. And we basically see him trying to progress the memory loss he's facing since he's been suffering from this severe illness since he's aging, and he's refusing any help from his daughter, and basically some things are a bit difficult for her at the moment since she's basically trying to help Anthony to deal with him suffering from dementia. So that's pretty much the story of The Father. So for going into The Father, I didn't even know what this was about at first, but I started to hear a few people talking about this movie on YouTube, and I heard it had two Oscar winners, Anthony Hopkins, which is a legendary actor and one of my favorite actors of all time, next to other legends I absolutely love out there on the planet like Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, and so on. And of course he won an Oscar for The Silence of the Lambs, which is hands down my favorite thriller of all time, and I can't wait to review that one for you guys very soon on my channel in a special way. And you got Olivia Coleman as well, which she won an Oscar for her performance in The Favour, which I thought was an amazing drama with a sense of humor, and I can't wait to review that one for you guys as well on my channel. And so for these two working together, I was really looking forward to seeing how this was going to be playing out on screen. And I heard this was based off a play, which I didn't even realize, but when I was before I was watching this movie. And so I watched this today on TV on my Fire Stick, and this movie was absolutely marvelous. I absolutely love The Father. This is easily one of the best dramas I've ever seen of the 2020s decade, and even Sir Anthony Hopkins is best since The Silence of the Lambs. Even though I love The Silence of the Lambs, but this is easily one of his best works he's done since then, because his performance in this movie is absolutely phenomenal as this man who is suffering from dementia, and things he started seeing outside of reality for him is really hard for him, because there's a few scenes where we do see that in the movie which really breaks my heart to watch. It really broke my heart while I was watching it. It had me cry, and it had me in tears because I was crying because of like how real that that is for people who are suffering from either dementia or Alzheimer's. Which for having that, it is really distressing and really hard to basically have in your body that you're suffering from and you're dying from it, because I have a few people who I knew had that situation before, and it is really difficult to handle because it is really hard to basically control it. And Anthony Hopkins, for doing that on screen, he just absolutely blew me away with that. And for the depiction of showing on what it is like to live with dementia, it did it in such a really taught way, in such a well done way on how dementia is, what dementia is really like if you see anyone who you know is suffering from it, or anyone you're trying to care for, like say for those who are either working in a care home and you're trying to help them if they're either suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, or if you're a family member who's trying to help them, if say your son or daughter or anyone or anyone in the family is trying to help them, someone who is suffering from that, it's really such a perfect way on how they just showed that on screen. And I was just blown away on how they did that on screen as well, because for other films they would try to do that, like Coleman when they did that, when I reviewed that on my channel. I thought the way they depicted that on screen, I thought they did it in a really bad way, and I didn't know what they were thinking for that. But for this movie, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with it. And Olivia Coleman in the movie, who plays Anne, who's the daughter of Sir Anthony Hopkins' character Anthony, who is suffering from dementia, she was also fantastic in this movie, and I think she's worthy of an Oscar as well, probably another Oscar or something, or maybe just for a nomination. But for Anthony Hopkins, he's definitely worthy of another Oscar since Silence of the Lambs, because again, I think he's amazing in it, and he just really broke my heart when I was watching the film. But here for Olivia Coleman, she was fantastic in this movie. You see her trying to basically help Anthony in this film, since he's aging and he's really ill. And for the way she portrayed on screen, it's not like a character who's going to be like constantly like lash out, like when she like is when she's trying to help him, and then a few things start to happen, some things start to occur with him. If we usually see it, like if a character does that and they just yell and they lose their tempers. Thankfully, they did not show that on screen, because if it did, I would have been really upset and really uncomfortable with it. But luckily, it did not show that in the film, because, like I said again, I really didn't want to be really upset while I was watching it, because again, it's such a distressing topic for people who are either suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's. But again, Olivia Coleman, she was fantastic in the movie, and everyone else in this movie, you got Olivia Williams and Imogen Poots, they all did a great performance here in the film. And the direction as well by Florian Zeller, it's beautifully well directed, because it's mostly set in one area, where it's in Anthony's apartment, where he gets cared for from Anne in the film, which again, like I said, he doesn't want any help from her, since again he's suffering from dementia. But the direction for some scenes in this movie, they're just directed so gorgeous. For every scene that does perfect shots where maybe it's either see like either Anthony Hopkins or Olivia Coleman on screen, and for some scenes where we do see when we do fall, because the main story of the film is it follows the perspective of Anthony. It's not like a perspective of like Olivia Coleman's character when we see her, like about her life when she's trying to help her father who's suffering from dementia. It's mainly following the perspective of Anthony Hopkins' character, which I thought that they did it in a really good way, because it from the way it's told from his point of view of his story in the movie. For the direction of that, they directed it so damn well, especially for some scenes when we do see him thinking like he's seeing this person or seeing something else, when he's either like wherever he's going. It's really heartfelt, and it just really breaks my heart when I was watching it, because there was one scene which really almost broke my heart to pieces, because when I first saw it, I had tears in my eyes. Even for the ending of the movie, which I won't spoil for you, it was so powerful and really emotional. Like, oh my god. And that's where, again, like Anthony Hopkins, again, he should win an Oscar for it. But if he doesn't win, I'll be okay with it, because, again, it would be nice to see him winning another Oscar since The Silence of the Lambs, but who knows? We'll see what will happen with the Oscars this month in April, because they happen this month. They're going to be taking place this month. They usually take place in February, but they couldn't this year, because of course what's going on with the world right now. But I'm looking forward to the Oscars, and again, I just would love to see Anthony Hopkins maybe win. But if he doesn't, again, I'll be fine with, because there'll be another great best acting performances from an actor. So yeah. So in the end, The Father, this was such a marvelous drama with a really powerful performances here by Anthony Hopkins, which again, he delivers both a powerful and yet very heartbreaking performance, and Olivia Coleman, which she delivers another fantastic performance, and also other great performances, beautiful direction, as well as a perfect depiction about an illness that happens to basically any person, like, from any age. As soon as you grow up from being a kid to a teenager, and yeah, very heartfelt story as well. So if you're a fan of these kind of dramas, this is definitely a must-watch for those who have not seen this film, because it's getting a tons of award buzz, and I really, really do recommend this film. So overall, I'm going to give The Father an A+. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my review of The Father. If you did see the film, I would really love to hear thoughts of this film. Did you absolutely love this, or did you not really care for this one? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next AK After I Saw review. And this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.